Who are we going to draw today?
A Frankenstein.
Yeah, we're going to draw a folding surprise Frankenstein. When you open it up, it's going to have a big mouth.
Yeah.
We hope you're going to follow along with us. You need your markers. You also need
some paper and something to color with.
Yeah, and we're using marker paper because we're drawing with markers. We're also going to color at the end with markers. You ready to start?
Yes.
First step is to take the top edge and fold it down, line it up with the bottom edge. And when you got it lined up, we're going to crease it down the middle and then out to the corners. Or that way.
To the side.
Yeah, you can do it that way too. Now we're going to take the top flap and we're going to fold it back up to, well, this is the top now, but the middle of our paper. We'll crease it down. Then we're going to flip over our paper and we're going to take this flap and fold it up to the top also. Line it up and crease it down the middle. That last step, we're going to unfold and then flatten the paper out. Then we can flip our paper back over. So when you open it up, it should look like this.
Yeah.
I have scratch paper that we can put underneath our paper so that, because we're using markers, we don't want it to bleed through and get onto our table. Let's draw Frankenstein. We're going to start by drawing 2 circles for his eyes. I'm going to draw one right here and also another one over here the same size. Yeah. Then we can also add a smaller circle in the top left of each eye for the highlight. We're going to color in the big circle but leave that little circle white. This makes the eyes look shiny. This is a reflection or a highlight in the eyes. Good job. Now let's also add a little nose in between the eyes. And now we're ready to draw the head. We're going to start over here on the side and we're going to draw a line that goes straight up. And we'll do the same thing over here. We're starting at the fold. You could start at the top and then draw down, or start at the fold and then draw up, and we want these to be the same length. Now let's draw his hair. I'm going to start here and draw a zigzag line, and the zigzag line can be messy. Some of the bumps can be tall and some can be short. And you can go different directions too. Yeah. Now let's draw the top of his hair. We're going to draw a curve. Starts on the left and it's going to come over to the right and then we'll stop just above his eye. Let's draw a small upside down V. We're going to draw a little bit of hair sticking up and then a big upside down V. And then we'll draw another curve that comes around and connects over here to the right. We drew the top of his head. Now let's draw the bottom. We're going to start by drawing the chin and we're going to come down like this, around, and then connect back up over here on the right side. Next, we're going to draw his mouth. I'm going to draw a line below the fold that comes across and stop. We want to leave a gap on each side. Now, if you open up your paper, you should be able to see the top and also the bottom of the mouth. If you don't see the top, you can fold it back up like this, and then we go back over it on top of the fold. And that'll make it a little easier to see. Yeah, just test it out. There you go. Okay, now let's fold it back up, and we're going to draw his body next. We're going to start over here. He's going to have a really short body. We're going to start here, and we'll draw a line coming down out of his chin, and we'll draw another line over here for the other side. In between these 2 lines, let's draw a short upside down V. Then we can connect this leg and the other leg. This is the bottom of his pants. And then let's also draw his shoes. We'll draw a little U shape, sideways U shape on each side. Well, this one's kind of pointy. Then let's draw a big U shape underneath for the bottom of his shoes. He has really tall shoes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's draw his clothes and also his arm. We'll draw the sleeve first. We'll draw a diagonal line coming down to the left and then connect it in. Then we can also draw his hand. We'll just draw a little curve, and then also a really small curve for his thumb. Okay, let's repeat that same step over here for his other arm. Draw a diagonal line down and then in. And then a little curve for his hand. And we can also draw that little smaller curve for his thumb. Let's also draw the bottom of his shirt. I'm going to draw a line that comes across his waist. We could also give him a button-up shirt. Maybe he's dressed up for a fancy party he's going to. Let's give him buttons. I'm going to draw 2 little circles, and maybe you could also add a pocket. Now, anytime during the lesson, you guys could pause the video if we're going too fast, or if you want to take time to add extra details. He's missing a few things. Let's draw the little bolts coming out of the side of his head. We'll draw 2 short lines coming out to the left, and then we'll connect these lines, but go past the top and the bottom. We could draw 2 shorter lines coming out further, and then connect those lines together. Let's repeat that same step over here, but go in the other direction. 2 short lines, and then another longer line connecting. 2 more shorter lines that come out and connect those together too. So you should have a rectangle shape. Oh, that's awesome. Let's give him one more detail. Let's give him a big stitch that's going across his head. I'm going to draw it like that. Big long line, and then we can add short little lines going this way across his forehead. That's where they put in his brain. Okay, now we're ready to open up our paper and then flatten it out. Flatten out the fold so it's easier to draw on. The top half of his head is up here, and there's a big space in between.
Yeah.
Let's connect them together. We're going to start here and connect the side of his head all the way down to the bottom. And we'll do the same on the right side. Draw a big long line, connects down. Then we can connect his mouth. So I'm going to start on the left side and connect down to the bottom. And we'll do the same on the right. I like repeating the steps on both sides so that we can practice.
Yeah.
The next time I draw him, I'd make sure that both sides were equal, like yours.
I kind of come in a little bit. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's a little...
There's a little bump
yeah.
at the bottom. Yeah, but that's okay. We're practicing.
Yes.
Now we're ready to draw all of the details inside of his mouth. Let's start with his teeth. I'm going to start halfway here, so in between the middle fold and the bottom fold. We'll draw 2 short lines in. Then we're going to draw a line that comes down, across, and then back up. We're drawing all of his teeth, even his molars back here. Let's draw a line down the middle. We can draw a line on each side. Let's draw another line over here on the right and the left. And then we can draw 2 more lines for the teeth going back into his mouth. We'll draw 2 more lines over here too. Let's repeat that up here at the top, except we're going to go the other direction. So go halfway in between the top and the bottom fold. We'll draw short lines in, and then we're going to draw the line that goes around and matches the shape of his mouth. Let's draw that line in the middle for his front teeth. 2 lines, 1 on each side. Then we can add another one that comes to the corner. And then we'll add those 2 more lines for the teeth, for his molars, the teeth in the back of his mouth. What should we draw next?
His tongue.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll draw a big U shape right here. That comes down and then back up. And we can also connect the top. And then we can also draw a line right down the middle. Now let's draw the back of his throat. We'll start right here and we're going to draw a smaller U shape. And then we're going to start here on the left side of that U shape and we'll curve around and connect to his tongue. And then we can do the same thing on the right side. We'll draw a curve that comes around and connects down to his tongue. We finished drawing Frankenstein.
But we still need to color it.
This part we're gonna fast forward, but at the end you could pause the video if you want to match our same coloring. Now you could also add other things to the folding surprise. If you do, you want to draw them below the top fold and above this bottom fold. You could also color your drawing any way you want. You ready to fast forward?
Yes.
We finished drawing our Frankenstein. I love how yours turned out all colored in. And I love it if you slide him up a little bit, you can see his teeth. That's awesome. And we added a few extra things to the folding surprise. So let's count down from 3 and show our art friends. Ready?
3,
2, 1. Happy Halloween! I love these little bats. Now you guys can add whatever you want. We also added candy. You could even add bats and candy inside of his mouth.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing your Frankenstein.
Yeah, we do. We hope you had a lot of fun. He also works as a puppet.
Yes.
You could fold him up like this. You could even put tape on the top of your hand and the bottom of your thumb. And then he could open up like this, like a puppet.
Yeah.
We love drawing with you guys, and we'll see you later, our friends.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.